Today, in Steal Brainrot, I'll be going from a Noobini Pizzanini all the way to the OG Strawberry Elephant. This is by far the toughest challenge yet because it's worth 250 million a second and it's insanely rare. But I don't care if this takes 1 trade, 100 trades, or 1 million to do. This video will not end until I get a Strawberry Elephant in my base. So as always, let's collect this Noobini Pizzanini. And now that it is in my base, let's find our first trade. Obviously, just like every single other video that I do this in, what I'm actually gonna go ahead and do is go to the official Discord server, and I'm gonna send this message right here: trading Noobini Pizzanini for literally anything, DM me offers. So let's go ahead and send it, and let's get our first trade inbound. Okay, after looking for a few minutes, this guy right here literally offered me a Tim cheese. You know what, it is slightly better, so let's let him know we'll do it, and let's get him in our game. And okay, it looks like the guy just loaded in Maddie, and yeah, it looks like he does actually have the Tim cheese, $5 a second. I will take it. So yeah, just like that, trade number 1 is completed for our side. And then he went ahead and took the Noobini Pizzanini, so now let's look for offers for this. Okay, around 5 minutes later, we finally found our next trade, and it's gonna be from this Tom guy. And yeah, he's gonna be giving me a Lionel Cactuselli. So I sent him my private server link, and let's get him in our game. In fact, yeah, here he is over this way, Tom. And nice, he does have the Lionel Cactuselli. That's awesome. And yep, there we go. His base just unlocked just like so. We can go ahead and grab the Lionel just like that. And in 3, 2, 1, and boom, trade number 2 is done. Now that he also got his brainrot, let's find trade number 3. Okay, next up, this person over this way, Azura, said that they were able to give me a lay for our Lionel. In fact, here he is in game over this way, Ryan Blow. And nice, he does have the lay right there, 8.7 thousand a second. It looks like he also turned it on for friends, so we can definitely go ahead and grab the mythic. And just like that, trade number 3 is done. And yep, just like that, he took his lions. So yeah, now let's move on to trade number 4. I have a feeling with this next trade, we might actually finally be able to get a brainrot god, so let's see. Okay, next up on the list, we have this person named Jezify over that way, and we're gonna be giving our lay for a diamond coco fonto elefanto. And yeah, it looks like it's in the second floor over that way, per 26.2 thousand a second. That is a solid increase. We're going from 8.7 thousand a second all the way up to 26.2 thousand a second. Very nice. And yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take the mythic. But yeah, now we have a diamond coco fonto elefanto to trade off of. I definitely have a feeling we can definitely get a very good brainrot with this for sure. I have a feeling we can get solid overpay, so let's see. Okay, around 10 minutes after that last trade, we just found the best trade ever. We're gonna be trading our diamond coco fonto elefanto for one of the brand new brainrots from the taco lucky block. Yeah, we're gonna be getting this one right over this way, the Chichuini Takiini. I'm pretty sure it does $45,000 a second, so let's wait for him to join. In fact, perfect. The person just loaded in, Bob_Mob. And yeah, it looks like it's actually in their second story over this way. Perfect. 45,000 a second, like they said. So let's definitely pick it up and add it to our base just like so. Now he's gonna go ahead and take the diamond coco fonto and add it to his own base just like that. And now we have one of the brand new brainrots. This thing is gonna trade for so much. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we could get a Lavaka for it. I mean, it's brand new. Not that many people were online because there was school. So I have a feeling we could honestly get a secret. Let's see. I'm gonna be on the lookout. Let's find out. In fact, yeah, here he is over this way. We actually were able to find the person with a normal Lavaka. Amazing. So let's definitely go ahead and grab the Lavaka just like that. And finally, at last, already this quickly in the video, we got our first secret. That is kind of crazy, bro. I am not gonna lie. I did not expect to be able to trade up this quickly, this fast. And yeah, there we go. The trade is completed. I'm gonna continue looking for trades. I'll see what else I can find. I'll let you guys know. Okay, I believe I just found the next trade, and now we're going to be trading our Lavaka Saturno for a Las Tralalaritas. Yeah, here's the person we're going to be trading with over this way, Joe Sizzle. And yeah, it looks like it's actually up in their second story over that way. Yep, 650,000 a second. Perfect. Oh, okay, he's doing it because he wants to do the ritual. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it looks like he has 2 normal Lavakas already, so yeah, it definitely makes sense he wants to do this trade. But let's definitely pick up the Las Tralalaritas, and let's go ahead and add it to our base just like so. Nice, we're already up to 650,000 a second. That is pretty solid, and he went ahead and took the Lavaka. So now I want to try to find a trade for this little thing. Let's see if we can find something good. Okay, finally we found our next trade. Now we're going to be trading our Las Tralalaritas laritas for a shovel. Yep, as you can see in this person's base, he does have a taco agarini lapalini, which, if you did not know, is one of the worst secrets in the game just because of how common it is from the fuse machine. I would guess over 1 million of these exist compared to the Las Tralalaritas, which is probably why he's willing to pay almost double for it. So let's definitely go ahead and pick it up. And just like that, we are officially 1/250th of the way there to being able to afford the OG strawberry. Obviously, now he's gonna go ahead and take the Las Tralalaritas, and now let's find something even better than this, hopefully. Okay, finally, literally an hour later, we finally found a trade that's good enough for me to accept. Yeah, this thing does not get offers very frequently, I am not gonna lie. But what we'll be getting is a 1.8 million a second Lava Los Mateos, I'm pretty sure. Which is actually a secret. It is just one that comes from a ritual, so it's not that much better, but I'm still gonna accept. Yep, here's the person we're gonna be trading with over this way, intelligence. And yeah, it looks like they actually do have the brainrot. There it is right there, 1.8 million a second. This is honestly pretty thought of a trade. I will take it. I'm just surprised we were actually able to get a decent overpay. So boom, we added ours and he got his. Nice, bro. Now we're up to 1.8 million a second. I have a feeling we can definitely achieve 2 million or more with this next trade. Let's find it right now. Okay, next up we finally found our next trade, and now we're going to be trading our Lava Los Mateos for a really good brainrot. Yeah, in return we're going to be getting this candy digitali over this way. One of the brand new brainrots from last week's update. So yeah, his base just unlocked. There it is right there, 2.2 million a second. I have a feeling we can definitely get a really solid overpay for this. So he's gonna go ahead and take mine. I'm gonna go ahead and take his. And now we got both of our brainrots. Yeah, if you guys did not know, this actually does come from the admin lucky block. So I'm so glad we got it. It is honestly pretty rare too, not to mention it's candy, which he rarely even spawns those in. I'm honestly not gonna be shocked if we can get upwards of 4 million, maybe even 5 million. We'll see. Okay, it took a little while, but I think I finally found someone who's willing to actually overpay quite a ton. Obviously, we'll be trading our one and only brainrot we have, and we should be getting a 5 million a second Grapus Medusi, which is nearly 2 times what this is worth, which is definitely why I'm willing to accept this. In fact, yeah, here's the person we're going to be trading with over this way, LCS. And yeah, it looks like they do have the Grapus Medusi right here with these zombie traits. So yeah, let's definitely go ahead and pick it up just like that. And bang, now we are finally up to 5 million value. Very awesome. Obviously, now that we got our brainrot, he's gonna go ahead and take his just like so. And yeah, this is honestly a pretty solid brainrot to trade from. I definitely want to downgrade it into 2 to 3 secrets though, and hopefully get to around 6 to 7 million value. 6, 7, 6, 7. All right. I'm gonna look for a trade. Okay, this next trade honestly really didn't take too long to find. Now we're gonna be trading our zombie Grapus Medusi. And in return, we're going to be getting a rainbow job, Saur. Yeah, it should be worth around 7 million, which is honestly why I'm willing to do this. We're giving 5 million for 7 million, so we're getting a 2 million overpay. In fact, here he is over this way, Drippy Pug. Yo, that is the fire avatar. Oh my gosh, a Chicletaria by Chicletaria. Yo, that's kind of sick. But yeah, there's the rainbow job, Saur that we'll be trading for. So let's pick it up and let's add it to my base just like so as he takes mine. Nice, bro. Our first rainbow secret, 7 million a second, and this is honestly pretty good. A lot of people like trading for this just because of how rare it is and because it's kind of a goofy unit. But yeah, I have a feeling we could get 10 million for it, but now I want to downgrade. So let's do exactly that. Okay, it is currently the next day when I'm recording this next part, and I think we finally found a decent enough offer for our rainbow job Sahur. In total, we're going to be getting 2 rainbow lavacas, a rainbow spiderini, and a 2.2 million a second duel, which should have to add up to around 13.8 million value. I'm honestly willing to take that. That's almost double what this is worth, and it's a downgrade, meaning we can finally trade off multiple secrets at once. So let's definitely accept. In fact, here he is over this way, main. And yeah, it looks like he does have everything for trade. Amazing. And okay, slight change of plans. Apparently, he doesn't actually have the second rainbow rainbow lavaca since it actually got stolen. So instead, I'm actually going to be getting a 10 million a second rainbow taco Los Chalalaritos, as well as this dual right here, and this rainbow lavaca. So let's just start by taking the dual, and we'll add that to our base. Then we can take up the rainbow lavaca, and we can add that to our base. And then last but not least, we can get this triple trait rainbow Los Chalalaritos. And just like that, we got all of our items. Amazing. And he also successfully got the rainbow job sahur. So bang, the trade is completed. I'll honestly take that. I think that was definitely a pretty solid trade on my end. I mean, we have 10 million, 13 million, 15.2 million. That is insane. This is such a good brainrot to trade from too, bro. We are going to get such a big overpay for that for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we could get upwards of 20 million for all three. So let's find this next trade. In fact, now that we officially have multiple items, now I'm going to actually send this message over this way right here instead. Basically, I'm going to say trading everything below, DM me offers, and then I'm going to list out every single thing that I have. So let's send this off. And okay, finally at last we found another trade, and now we'll be trading up our dual worth 2.2 million, and we're gonna be getting a 3.6 million Las Tralalaritas. I honestly think this is worth doing, to be honest, bro. I mean, it's a small little upgrade for our total value, but I'm still gonna take it. Yep, here he is over this way, and let's see, he should have it on his second floor. Yeah, there it is over that way. Oh, it's 3.2 million. Okay, so yeah, his base just unlocked. We can go ahead and grab it because it is this one right here. And just like that, there's one extra million value added to our base. Amazing. And yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take the dual, and just like that, he successfully got his brainrot as well. Now we're up to 16.2 million value, meaning we are somewhat getting there. I mean, we're still definitely very far away, but at least we are closing in on getting 10% there. Let's find our next trade now. Alright, a little while after that trade, now we're gonna be trading off a rainbow lavaca. Yeah, in return, we should be getting a 5.2 million Samini Spiderini, a 3 million Los Chalalaritos, and a 1 million a second Grapus. Yep, here's the next person we're gonna be trading with, Sarah_White. And yeah, looking by their base, it looks like they have everything that they said they would have. Perfect. And they said on Discord I can go ahead and take first, so we'll start by taking the Samini Spiderini, and we'll add that to our base. Then we'll also take this Grapus Medusi that they just put down here, and we'll add that to our base. Then last but not least, we'll take this 3 million a second Los Chalalaritos with the Galaxy and Taco trait on it. And just like that, we got everything on our side, and now they can take our rainbow lavaca. So yeah, they're gonna go ahead and pick it up, and just like that, they got their brainrot. Amazing. So yeah, I will take it. We got around, I'm pretty sure, 9 million value for our 3 million a second brainrot. To be fair, the rainbow lavaca is a rainbow brainrot, meaning people definitely want to collect it for their rainbow index. So I guess it makes sense that they were willing to pay pretty much all these normal secrets with a bunch of traits on them for it. But now let's count up our total value yet again. So let's see, we have 3.2 million, 8.4, 18.4, 19.4, 22.4 million value. Nice. We are definitely getting up there. In fact, with this next trade, we'll officially be at the 10% mark. In fact, yeah, literally right after this trade was completed, I mean, this person hasn't even left the server. I'm pretty sure we already have our next trade lined up. For this next trade, we're going to be getting a rainbow Las Chalalaritas with the bubblegum trait, a normal Las Chalalaritas with the bubblegum and Mateo trait, and then a diamond with 3 trait on it, Samini Spiderini with 3.2 million. And in return, we're gonna be giving our 3 trait Rainbow Los Chalalaritos, so let's get them in our game next. Yep, here's this person, this time Shane. And yep, it looks like they have the 3 brainrots that they said they would. They have the rainbow, the normal, and the diamond brainrot. Amazing. And yep, now their base is just gonna unlock just like so. We can start by taking the diamond Samini Spiderini, so we'll add that to our base. Then next up, we'll take the Las Chalalaritas, which is worth 4.8 million, and we can add that to our base. And last but not least, we can grab the rainbow Las Chalalaritas and finally add that to our base. Amazing. So yep, we got all 3 of our brainrots. He's gonna go ahead and take his 1 brainrot and add it to his own base. Perfect. Now I'm pretty sure we actually are at the 10% mark. Let's see, 3.2, 8.4, we have 11.6, 12.6, 15.6, 20.4, 28.8 million value. Nice. We are finally 10% of the way there. We are slowly but surely making our way up, and soon enough we will finally be able to afford it. It's just definitely going to take a little while longer. In fact, I'm not even sure how long it's going to take, but either way, let's find our next trade. I mean, we literally have 6 secrets to trade off of, so the trade should start rolling in a little bit quicker. Okay, it took a little bit of time yet again, but this time we're going to be trading all 4 of these. We're going to be doing a pretty big trade this time. Yeah, we'll be trading our last, our normal Sammy, our diamond Sammy, and our greatest Medusi. All for 15 million a second. No, los my hotspotsitos, and a rainbow la vaca. Basically meaning we're giving 18 point, I'm pretty sure, actually no, it'll be 18 million value for all 4 of these. And yep, here's the person we're trading, Lizo. And yeah, there's the 15 million a second los no my hotspotsitos we'll be getting. It even has the taco trait on it. And like I said, there's also the rainbow one, and it actually has the galactic trait on it too, which is even better than I thought it was gonna be. So we'll take the rainbow la vaca to our base, and then finally the los no my hotspotsitos no. So yeah, just like that, we got both of our brainrots, and now he's gonna take all 4 of his, starting with the las tralalaritas, the normal Samini Spiderini, the diamond Samini Spiderini, and finally, last but not least, the greatest Medusi. Now we have a bunch of really solid items to trade off of. All these brainrots honestly get pretty solid overpays, especially this, since this is one of the brand new brainrots from this last Taco Tuesday update. In fact, let's just count out the total value we have right now. We have 3.9 million, 6.9, 11.7, 20.1, 35.1 million value. Not too bad. I have a feeling, honestly, I don't even know what to go for at this point. I mean, we're basically at 5th of the way there, aka 20%. So let's see what our next trade has. Alright, next up on the list, we're going to be trading our smallest secret yet, our Los Chalalaritos, that's worth 3 million. And in return, we should be getting a Las Vaquitas Saturnitas, that's worth 7.5 million. So yeah, it's a 4.5 million overpay for it, and yeah, I mean, I'm going to take it for sure. Why wouldn't I? Yep, here he is over this way, the person we're trading next, Specs. And it looks like it's that Las Vaquitas Saturnitas up in his second story over there, 7.5 million. And yep, there we go, his base just unlocked. It looks like it actually has the fire and the crab trait on it. So just like that, we got our brainrot, and now he got his. Nice, that was a light little 4.5 million overpay. I will take it. Now we are almost at 25 million, or 35 million value, I think. Either way though, let's find this next trade again. Okay. It's been a little bit since we last traded with Specs, and now we actually got a crazy good trade. It is definitely by far the biggest one yet, because we are going to be trading off our Los No My Hotspotsitos, as well as my Rainbow La Vaca Saturno Saturnita. So in total, we'll be giving 18.9 million value. And in return, we're going to be getting 2 Los combinations, as well as 1 2-trait Rainbow Los Tralalaritas, I'm pretty sure. So around 40 million value for 18.9 million value. Let's get them in our game. Yep, here he is over this way, Josh. And yeah, it looks like he does have the 3 brainrots he said he has. 15 million, 30 million, 40 million total. And yep, now his base just unlocked. We can definitely go ahead and start picking up everything, starting with the Los Combinaciones. So boom, there's 1 and 2 added. And then last but not least, we can get this Rainbow Las Chalalaritas worth exactly 10 million. So just like that, we got all 3 of our brainrots. Awesome. We definitely have so much value at this point. In fact, we might actually finally have passed 50 million in total. But yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take both of his, just like that. So let's see, how much value do we have now? We have 15, 30, 40... 47.5, 52.3, 60.7 million value. Wow. We're finally 20% of the way there. We're honestly getting pretty rich, so let's look for our next good trade. Okay. Now we're going to be trading off our 2 Los Combinaciones and our little Las Tralalaritas over this way. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be upgrading all 3 of those into a La Supreme Combinacion. That is going to be a crazy good trade if we somehow get it. I'm not sure if we're going to, but I guess we'll find out shortly enough. In fact, nice. He just loaded in over this way. SAB_trollman. And dang, this guy is rich, bro. Holy moly. Look at all these brainrots he has. Dang. Wow, he even has a Galaxy Spaghetti Tolatini, bro. Dang, this guy is rich. Wow. But yeah, here's the La Supreme Combinacion that we're going to be trading for over this way. 40 million a second. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go ahead and pick it up just like this. And just like that, we got it in our base. Awesome. And now that we got our item, he's gonna go ahead and take all of his, starting with the normal Los Combinaciones, the other one, and finally, obviously, the La Chalalarita. So bang, just like that, he got all of his items. GG. That was definitely our biggest trade yet, bro. I will take that for sure. And dang, that guy is rich. Maybe we need to trade him later on again. Okay, a little while after that trade, now we're gonna be actually downgrading everything. Well, it's not really a downgrade, but we're more so trading all 4 of the brainrots we have right now. And in return, we should be getting a 90 million a second Los Combinaciones, as well as a 20 million Los Pi hotspot. At least I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if he's lying, but hopefully he joins soon. Okay, wait, I think he joined right over this way, Raise. And wait, yeah, he does actually have the Los Pi hotspot and the 90 million a second Los Combinaciones. So yeah, perfect. Let's start by taking down the Los Combinaciones worth 90 million a second. So boom, we can add that to our base. Then we can also take the Los Pi hotspotitos. And last but not least, we can add that to our base. And yeah, he's gonna start by taking literally everything from my base, starting with the La Supreme Combacion, a Rainbow Las Chalalaritas, the Las Vaquitas Saturnitas, and finally the last rainbow. Nice. Now we are literally up to 110 million value, bro. We are actually getting kinda close. Obviously, they go for around 500 million, so we're really only 20% of the way there, but we're technically almost also 50%, just because they're worth 250 million, so it won't be really too long until we can afford it. Let's continue trading again. Okay, wait. I think I just found a crazy good trade. Now we're gonna be trading both of these off, and we're gonna be getting 2 Lagrandes worth an insane amount. What he said is that one is worth 110 million, and the other one is worth 65 million, so hopefully he ends up joining us. Yep, here's supposedly the person over this way, Dean Bean. And wait, nice, I think he actually does have the stuff up there. We'll have to check these stats. Let's see, is it actually real? Oh my gosh, wait, okay, 82.5, oh wait, here's the 65 mil one. So I guess we'll start by grabbing this one, and then we can add that to our base. But then where's the 110 million one? Wait, alright, I think he's gonna show me. Okay, it must be up here. Oh, okay, nice, a firework fire one, that is insane. Yeah, 110 million a second, we will definitely grab this one too. And just like that, we are officially at 175 million value, amazing. We are actually getting pretty rich right now, and it's honestly speeding up a ton. I am not gonna lie. But yeah, there we go. He took the 90 million a second Los Combinaciones, and obviously the Los Hotspotito. So bang, that trade is also done. Yeah, we literally have 65 million plus 110 million. We are getting so close to our goal. In fact, technically, we're only around 75 million short, so I have a feeling we could honestly get that in no time. Legrand is definitely a pretty good demand, so I wouldn't be surprised if we could get upwards of 200 million, if not more, for both of these. Let's see, I'm going to continue looking for trades. I'll let you guys know what I find. Alright, now I'm going to be actually upgrading this Legrand Combacion over this way, and we're going to be getting 3 decently good secrets for it. So we're going to be trading our 65 million a second Legrand for a 52 million Nuclear Dinosauro, a 12.5 million Gold Grande, and a 14 million a second Bike. Yeah, here's the person over this way that we're trading next, Zen. And yeah, look at this guy's base. Dang, he is actually pretty rich. Wow. But yeah, it definitely looks like he has everything that we're going to be getting for this trade, which is amazing. So let's start by taking this bubblegum trade, Chicletaria Bicycletaria, and we'll add that to our base. Then we can add the gold Legrand Combacion and add that too. Then last but not least, we can obviously grab the Nuclear Dinosaur worth 52.5 million. And while he takes it, he's going to take ours, and boom, we got our item, and he got his. Nice. I will honestly take that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we got around almost 80 million, if not 80 million. For our 65 million, so I will take it. Now we have a few more secrets to trade off of, so I have a feeling we can get this brainrot even quicker. We're going to be at the OG in no time. Okay, and now we're actually going to be trading our other Legrande. For this next trade, we're going to be getting a 150 million a second Los Combinaciones, as well as a 28 million a second Chicletaria. So around 178 million for our 110 million, which is definitely why I'm willing to do this. And yeah, this should be the person we're trading with this time, Dre. And okay, it looks looks like he actually has the 2 over that way. Yep, there's the 150-second or million a second Los as well as the chiclets area. So let's start by grabbing obviously the chiclets area, bicyclets area with taco with fire, and we can add that to our base. Then we can go right back up to the 3rd story and grab the 150 million a second Los Combinaciones. And dang, this is value, but there we go. We got both. That is a crazy overpay. We are gonna have to see how much value we're at this point. We are definitely at a ton. But yep, there we go. He got his Lagrange, and that trade is also done. But let's see, how much total value are we at this point? Let's see, we have 28 million, 42 million, 54.5 million, 107 million, 257 million, meaning with that trade, we could technically afford one. We officially have 257 million value in total, but people want typically between 500 million and a billion for one, so we still have a little bit of a ways to go until we can afford it. I'm gonna continue looking for trades. I'm gonna see what else we can find. I'm gonna continue building up our value. Okay, a little bit later after even that trade, now we're gonna be trading up our Nuclearo Dinosauro. For some reason, people always overpay a ton for these guys. I honestly don't even know why. But we're gonna be getting 130 million a second Los Hotspot, as well as a normal Los Hotspot and a Gold Grande, adding up to, I'm pretty sure, 162.5 million value for our 52.5 million. Basically meaning we're getting 100 million a second overpay, which I will definitely take. He's just gonna transfer everything over and then he's gonna join our game, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, nice. It looks like he just loaded in star. And yeah, nice. He actually does have the 3 brainrots. Oh, and cool. The lowest hotspot that's worth 130 million is actually diamond. I don't think I've ever actually indexed one of those. Let me double check. Yeah, look, it's literally completely empty. Well, cool. There we go. At least we can help our index out a little bit as well. So I have the base just unlocked. We can start by grabbing the Diamond Los Hotspot, and now we can add that to our base, and now our total is up to 84 out of 99. And then we can add the normal one to our base and the golden one. So just like that, we finally got all 3 of ours. And yeah, he's gonna take the Nuclear Dinosaur for himself. So just like that, he got his brainrot. Now we actually have so much value, bro. I'm pretty sure we're past 360 million. Yeah, I just did the math and we're up to 367 million value. Not too bad. I honestly think at this point we could probably start looking for an OG strawberry. Obviously, we probably still need to trade a little bit more, but I'm definitely going to start trying to find someone with at least one to figure out what they want. Okay, a few hours later, I think I finally found a decent enough trade to do. What I'm going to be trading is this 14 million a second chiclets area, as well as this 20 million a second Los Hotspot Cititos. And in return, I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting a crab rainbow chiclets area. In fact, yeah, here's the person we're going to be trading with over this way. Prime Killer, and yeah, at the top of their base is where it is, and it does 49 million a second. So yep, his base just unlocked. We can go ahead and grab the Rainbow Chiclets area, Bicyclets area, and then we can add it to our own base just like that. Amazing. And yep, he's gonna go ahead and take his own normal Chiclets area and his normal Los Hotspot Titos. Awesome. So yeah, we gave around 34 million value for around 49 million value, so that's why I was definitely willing to do that trade. A nice little 15 million W. I'll take it. And okay, a few minutes after that trade actually completed, now I think we're going to be trading off our Diamond Los Hotspot Titos. Apparently, this guy has a 200 million a second La Supreme Combacion, so I am definitely going to try to trade this for that. In fact, yeah, here he is over this way. Why Carl? And wait, he does actually have it. No way. Dang, I'm not going to lie. I thought this guy was lying, but that's sick. He does actually have it. Yep, there we go. His base just unlocked. It's literally doing 200 million a second, so I am definitely going to grab it. And just like that, the trade is completed. Awesome. That was probably one of the biggest W's we've done so far, bro. 200 million a second is crazy. And yep, he's gonna go ahead and take the Diamond Los Hotspot Tito. So nice. He also got his item. Let's see. Okay, now we have 28 million, 228 million, 240 million, 390 million, 439 million, over 450 million value. Wow, that is crazy. Let's try to push for 500 million next. Okay, next up on the list, now we're going to be trading both of our gold La Grande Combaciones, adding up to 25 million value. And I'm pretty sure we should be getting a 38.5 million a second Chiclets area, Bicyclets area. Okay, yeah, this guy does actually have it. What's up, fish? Yep, as you can see, it does have the fire and fireworks trait, adding up to 38.5 million a second. So we're getting around a 13.5 million a second overpay, which I mean, I might as well take. The gold La Grandes are literally obtainable from the admin Lucky Blocks, making it so they're not not really super rare anymore. And this has never been obtainable other than obviously from the track, which is why I'm willing to do this. So bang, we got our brainrot, and he got not one, but both of his. So nice, that's another trade in the books. We've completed so many trades this video, but we are slowly but surely working our way up to 500 million in total. Okay, I am doing one last trade right now, and then I'm gonna go to bed to continue this video for the second day. For this last trade, we're going to be trading off our Rainbow Chicletaria Bicycletaria as well as our Taco Chicletaria. And we should be getting 2 nuclear dinosaurs as well as a 50 million a second grande. Yep, here's the person we're going to be trading with over this way, Ban. And yeah, it looks like he does have everything that we need for this trade. Amazing. Also, yo, look at that shirt. Oh my gosh, mustard! Mustard! So yeah, let's start by grabbing this little Grande Cavacion over this way. And we can add that to our base. And then we can also take the nuclear Dinosauro. And while he takes our Rainbow Chicletaria, we'll add that to our base. And then last but not least, we can grab the final Nuclearo. And bang, just like that, we got all of our brainrots, he got all of his, and the trade is done. I will honestly take that. These Nuclearos honestly get pretty good overpays, and we got a La Grande as well. So now I'm gonna pick this up back in the morning once again. Okay, it is the next day when we're trading this, and we're actually gonna be trading off our Diamond Los Combinaciones. Now, you guys are probably going to think that this is a bad trade, and I'll explain why. We're going to be trading our Diamond Los Combinaciones worth 150 million a second for a normal Garama worth 50 million. Basically meaning we're giving 150 million for 50 million, meaning we're losing 100 million a second. Now, Garamas actually get massive overpays, so we should be able to flip it for a lot more, probably even 300 million or more. But we'll see. It is still an L at the beginning, so we need to find profit for it once we do this trade. In fact, here he is over this way, H2. And yeah, there's the normal Garama and Madung Dung that we'll be trading for. But yeah, there we go. His base just unlocked. We can go ahead and take the Garama and Madung Dung just like so. And nice, for the first time ever this video, we officially got a Garama. Awesome, that is super cool. But yep, now that we got our Garama, he's gonna go ahead and take the Los Combinaciones, and bang, that trade is done. I'll honestly take that. We sure did lose 100 million value in total, but I honestly think it's gonna be worth doing. So now let's try to find an overpay for it. Yo, I am not gonna lie, these trades are definitely starting to take a little bit longer to complete. I mean, look how many messages has gone on by since I last talked to you guys. Now we're gonna be trading off this Garama and Madung Dung, and in return, we should actually be making profit like I said we would. In total, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting around 489 million value, but we'll see. He's gonna be joining our game right now, so let's get him in our game. Yeah, here's the person we're gonna be trading with over this way, a bunch of spam letters. And yeah, look at their base, bro. They are insanely rich, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting everything from them. So let's start collecting literally everything, starting with this gold Grapus Medusi with 29.2 million. So we'll add that to our base. Then we'll grab this 90 million a second Los Combinaciones, and we'll add that. Then we can grab this other 90 million a second one, and add that too. Then we can grab this Blood Rod Chicletaria Bicycletaria, and get this to our base, as well as this 20 million a second Los Hotspots. So we'll add that. Then we can add this Rainbow Pot Hotspot with 25 million. So nice, there's that in our base. Then we can grab this Taco La Grande worth 30 million, and add that too. Then this Gold Grande worth 12.5 million, as well as the second one with the same stats, and this 70 million one, just like that. And then there was actually 2 other items that they needed to grab on a different account, including this Estoc Secola with 30 million. So we'll also add that. And then last but not least, we have this Gold Los Combinaciones with the Bombardito trait worth 63 million. So just like that, we got every single item. Amazing. That took absolutely ever. And here's actually the total amount that we got. It should be around 489 million. But yep, there we go. They also got their Garama. I told you guys I could profit. I told you. But yeah, now we have so many brainrots to trade from, bro. We have so much that we can trade with now too. So I'm going to look for another few trades. We're going to try to upgrade a few of these into hopefully 3 to 5 big brainrots. So I'm going to be on the lookout. Okay, not too bad. A little while later, now we're going to be trading off our Supreme finally at last, as well as the Estoc Secola we got and the Los Haspacitos. And now we're upgrading right back into a Garama. So we're already making profit, and it should be 275 million a second. Meaning we're giving 250 million and he has 275. Yep, here's the person we're going to be trading with this time, Rami. money. And yeah, there it is right there. Diamond with the Tung Tung trait, 275 million a second. So yeah, now that he loaded in, we can definitely go ahead and pick it up. And just like that, we already got a Garama once again. Nice. And yeah, you guys know the drill. He's gonna go ahead and take everything, starting with the Supreme, the Esau, and finally, obviously, the Los Hotspot Cetos. GG. I will take it. I definitely want to continue upgrading the rest of my stuff, so I'm gonna continue trying to do exactly that. Okay, a little while later, I think we finally found our next trade, and we're actually going to be trading off our Diamond Garama. Not only that, we'll also be trading off our Rainbow Pot Hotspot that we have on our second story over this way. And in return, we're going to be getting an even better Garama as well as a Nuclear Dinosauro. Yep, here's this person over this way, Senix. And yeah, this person is pretty rich, I am not gonna lie. I mean, look at all these brainrots he has, holy moly. So yeah, here's the one we're going to be taking over this way, the 350 million a second Garama. So I am definitely going to be adding that to my base. And then I'm also going to be grabbing this Nuclear Dinosaur with 71 million. And then we'll add that to our base. That is definitely a decent upgrade for sure. And yeah, now he's going to go ahead and take literally everything that I have, starting with the Diamond Garama and Madung Dung. So there we go. He added that to his base. And wait, okay, I think never mind. We're actually not going to be trading the Rainbow Pot Hotspot. So nice. We really actually got a pretty good trade. We basically gave 275 million for around 425 million. I will take that upgrade for sure. Now I think we officially have enough to finally trade for a strawberry elephant, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for one. Okay, it is currently the next day when I'm recording this, and finally I think one of my friends actually has the strawberry. Yeah, you guys probably know who he is. It is actually B, and he is one of the richest players in the game. Dang, you'll see. But either way, before we get him in our game, let's definitely count up how much total value we have. So let's see, we have 15 million, 365, 405, 420, 470, 500, 590, 680, 690, 760, 790, 820, 845, 915, around 969 million value. That is insane. All of that for one stinking strawberry elephant. Holy moly, I am just glad to finally be done, so let's get him in our game. In fact, here he is over this way, beat. And yep, as you can see, at the very top of his base is where it is, bro. This guy is so rich. I mean, just look at everything he has. So he has this triple trait Garama and Madung Dung with zombie crab and fireworks. And at the very top of his base, he has this insane candy Nuclear Dinosaur with 7 traits, this Rainbow Garama, this normal dragon with actually a trait on it, which I can't really tell. Oh, okay, it has the firework trait. He has a galaxy dragon as well, and finally the strawberry elephant, which is exactly what we're getting. And yeah, he's gonna start taking literally everything from our base. So he's gonna take the Garama, the Nuclearo, the Chicletaria, another nuke, the other Chicletaria, the Grapus Medusi, Grande number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bro just keeps on flexing his base class. Yeah, okay, bro, we get it. We all know you're rich. But now he's gonna also take every single Los Combinaciones, just like that. And then he's gonna take the Rainbow Pot Hotspot. And finally, last but not least, after literally everything, he's gonna be taking the gold Nuclear Dinosauro. And yeah, it looks like that is officially everything he said we can go ahead and take. And finally, at last, we are actually getting a third strawberry elephant. This is insane. So just like that, the video is officially over in 3, 2, 1, boom. We got the strawberry elephant. That is insane. After over 20 hours of trading, we finally got our own strawberry elephant for the 3rd time this week. I will take it, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video very soon. Peace out, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe so we can finally do a face reveal. Go, go, go!